Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Meagan Efed Project. This is episode 5. Last week, I was extra busy with my Efed shows. First, we had Sean on the show on Tuesday, I think it was, and we talked for nearly a good hour. Another one on the show was Zero, and, very kind, very well-spoken, very generous to be on the show. And I'm glad he was able to come on. So thanks to him. So thanks to those two. This week, we're going to be paying attention to the character. So if anyone wants to talk about a character, you could talk. You can message me, which I will mention at the end of the show. So this week, we're going to kick off with one of my characters that I made up in the underground. It's currently on my Efed as well. Her name is Arlenna Pierre. The base is Oksana. So what I want to talk about is how I came up with her first feud, some factors, what I could have done, and if she could have went far. So here we go. Arlenna Pierre, the origin. Well, I brought Jock back into the underground after being 2-3 years off. I know he was released. He was last seen at Ragnarok 2, and he was in the manager role. He lost to Titus. And then, with me being back, I wanted to do something. So I didn't have a male character. And, I wanted to bring back an underground name. So Jock was the one I thought of. So Jock, being mentally and crazy at the same time, he needed something, so I gave him a bio that his girlfriend, Arlenna, got him out of jail. Used her money and used her fortune to get Jock out of jail and get the help he needed. That's how I came up with her. Oksana, well, I needed someone, basically, and, Oksana was the right one to bring up, so I thought she would fit the look really well. I wanted to do something. I wanted to have Arlenna have that wrestling background, where to Oksana she didn't have a wrestling background. So, it was a good start for her. And I thought, hey, let's have Arlenna be the power girlfriend and Jock's girlfriend. So that's how she came. I think she debuted a week later, right after Jock attacked my character Meagan, and beat the hell out of her, or something like that. It's one of those shows, a little faded, but gives them that Edge and Lita vibe, sort of. But Jock is the mad woman, Arlenna is the power of the both of them. So it's like either one of them could have worked. So it was odd but strange. First feud, well, she really didn't have that much of a feud, to say at least. Arlenna was just in the shadows of the Lost Souvimont. She was just there, and she played a role with Jock and Marie and Ellie, and she was just there. She had matches against Dora, but it was teased to have a feud with Kimberly. That could have been really good with her, because she needed that feud, but with Lost Souvimont, she was just there. Just there. Only was there for flash moves. I cannot remember if she won an important match or not, but one match stands out with me was her singles match against Dora in Toronto, when Dora was in Toronto. Have both of them be in the ring and just go at it, like who would win this match, but Dora would go over in her hometown. I could have had Arlenna, but like I said, she was just there. She was there. She didn't really do that much, but some factors, like I said, she was part of Lost Souvimont. I wouldn't say she was a role in the Fatale division. She was there, but not really the best speaker. But when she was in the ring, she would deliver. Another factor she had was in Battle Boy. I think she qualified and she teamed up with Jock. They lost the first round match against Johnny Provence and Chanel Price. And, that really didn't stood out for her, but what can I say? It's my character, you know, when you're managing certain type of characters, it's kind of hard, but Arlenna, she was a puzzle in a factor. Then I gave her a little makeover with the black hair when Oksana went to the black hair. Maybe it gave her some type of oomph that she needed, but she really didn't last. What could have happened was I felt she, at the time, the Fatale champion was Brittany, and you know, Brittany is a cerebral assassin when it comes to her character. She would, and like Sean said, she would basically give me trouble. I think I only one-upped her, but other than that, I just, like, you know, it was like, okay. But, you know, it was hard with Arlenna, basically, so you could do something with her, you can do so much with her, and it's like, what can you do? So what could have happened was, you know, when UCW shut down in 2012, I brought her to my fort, and she had some solid matches. She was there, she beat Michaela, she beat a couple people, she feuded with Kelly, teamed and feuded with Kelly, but I had to knock her out for a while because I was working on Kelly. Kelly is my Gailkin character, and if I would have brought her in the underground, I think she would have done well, because at the time UCW needed a diversity, and you know, if UCW still was up, maybe diversity would have happened. So I just felt it would be a diversity. What could have happened in the underground was, you know, I didn't think of it when Brittany was having internet troubles at the time. I thought of putting Arlenna in, but I needed to put Jenna in because Jenna was upcoming. She was new. She was fresh. You know, just give that side to her. And, you know, to be honest, she could have turned face. She could have, you know, worked some good stuff. But UCW closed, and, you know, I couldn't really do that much with her, so, like I did with my other board. But, you know, she was really hard to play. She had a character of a base that, I don't know, was not the best wrestler at the time. Oksana is, like, has improved since. But I think the Black Velvet gimmick could have worked. Like, you know, I put her dressed in black. The woman in black had the black hair. Well, Oksana had the black hair and so forth. But that could have worked. You know, give her a tougher edge, give her a darker side to her. But it didn't really work out. She could have went far, to be honest. She could have became champion. She could have became tag champion. And, you know, she could have played the role as a face. But with character like her, you know, she's kind of tough, brash, hard, and so forth. But she could have just had worked really hard to just to become one of the best people. But like I said, she was really hard right now. So other than that, that's what I have to talk about. That was about Arlenna Pierre. I know it was a little bit short because she doesn't have a long list to talk about, but she did well. You know, like I said, some of her matches against Kimberly, Dora stood out the most right now. So other than that, I know, like I said, a little bit short. Like I said, a little bit short this week. A little tough, but like I said, if anyone wants to be on the show, you could follow me on Twitter at Meagan G, Meagan 1990. Follow me on the Facebook page, Meagan's Efed Project. Like, subscribe, and see what's up. If anyone wants to talk, you know, just give me a holler, and we'll talk about everything. And hopefully they will be more longer than 9 minutes, because we're going on 10 minutes with me. So, like I said, this was short. I really didn't have that much to talk about. So, sorry about that, but it's still a show. I hope everyone still likes it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Meagan's Efed Project number 5, and I'll see you guys around.